back to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a professional tarot card reading, brought to you by Madame Pamita and the Parlor of Wonders. Go ahead and check my friend's channel out on YouTube. She's one of my dear friends, long time. She's one of the most sought after tarot card readers on the planet. And there's a lot of fun stuff on her channel that you can find and learn from. She also does a live tarot every Sunday night where you can make donations for one card, one reading. And every donation that you make to her channel feeds a prisoner of war in Ukraine. Hey Molly, welcome back to the Chammy. How are you, sweetheart? Tonight's special is the free yes/no. You can get the $6 taco box. Get 3 questions, 6+ minutes, 6+ cards, and a channel message from a loved one. You can get the 1111 love reading, the $15 XXX love reading, the $20 past, present, future, the $30 general, and the $60 in-depth, which is the international standard. Every reading is only $1 per minute. You get 1+ minute, 1+ card. How you feeling tonight, Molly? Hey, sweetheart, how are you, private name? Welcome back to the Chammy. I'm teaching myself Belinda Carlisle's Heaven is a Place on Earth. Oh no! Okay, sweetheart, what's going on? What's the bad news? Let me get the chat up in on the other screen so I can see. Oh no. Yeah, you can have a cool question. Okay, yeah, that's going to be much better for you, especially while you're tender here with the surgery, even though it's going to be a couple weeks after. Auntie. Hey, Risky. What's God's favorite guitar chord? G, for God. I'm not your auntie. Just double up. Can you hide him from the channel, please? I didn't get your... that person probably wanted me to play the song Creep. I know you really like the guy, honey. Hey, Sunny Jack. Let me go back and try to find your question private name. Oh, will I still have a date tomorrow? Gosh, I hope he's okay. Spirit, thank you so much, Sunny, for your like and subscribe. Spirit, I'm calling forth private names, most trusted and most strongest spirit guides. What does sweet private name need to know about her date tomorrow? Does she still have a date? I'm from the Greek island of Cyprus. Somebody once asked me if I had any Molly while I was on a trip up to Nashville because I guess Bonnaroo was in town. And I didn't even know what they were talking about. I was like, I have a friend named Molly. And then I had to call Molly and be like, why did this person ask me if I had Molly? She's like, oh, they have a drug called Molly. I was like, oh, okay. Spirit, what does private name need to know? I'm calling forth private names, most trusted and most strongest spirit guides. Does she still have a date on for tomorrow? Does she still have a date on for tomorrow? I kind of don't feel called to use the major arcana. I want to actually use the yes or no cards, and then I'll pick up the guitar again. I do love that song, Creep. It's LSD. Can't we just call it LSD? Why we gotta call it Molly? Let me get the yes or no card, sweetheart. I think I'm worried now that you've been worrying too much that it's not going to happen because of the last time what happened with somebody else. Spirit, what does private name need to know about? Does she still have a date tomorrow? Does private name still have a date tomorrow? Yeah, it says no. It says no. Let's see what the card actually says, though, sweetheart. Because, you know, these yes-no cards aren't always negative just because it's a no. So, the bird of happiness has prepared a delightful surprise for you. Just not yet. Down the road, there will be unexpected success, a flawless feeling of completion. You're gifted by fate with the exquisite tools you need to eventually find the effective self-realization you need. Just remember that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Oh boy, don't I know that truth. Let's see what your how and when card would say, sweetheart. Because I think you want to know, don't you? Spirit, I'm calling for private names, most trusted and most strongest spirit guides. I like corny dad jokes. I got a corny dad. A corny Franken dad. He will, sweetheart. He'll respond. Spirit, what does she need to know about how and when regarding a date with the right person? And this person she feels is the right person. This one fell upright, so let's read it. What's valuable to you? Thanks to life lessons you've learned, the answer is always changing. What was once important will no longer seem so later. About after 2 months, so that means from now to 2 months, you have the ability to stay ahead of your problems and be successful, just not in the way you would have once thought. Wow, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 a.m. My dad is literally the dad for my big fat Greek wedding. When I saw the Windex scene, I was like, no, I'm so embarrassed. They had to have gotten this from my family. Like, this is my family. I am my big fat Greek wedding, only there's no cool boyfriend and there's not been any cool marriages. Your emotions are what is important, sweetheart. Like, you are, are you ready for a relationship? Are you ready for dating? Are you ready for what you want? Do you know what you want? If you just came out of this thing with your friend and he's had you all upside down with your emotions and feelings. Just tired of being alone and abandoned, yeah. And one of the abandonment issue I think is more of a fear and an issue than even being lonely, because a woman who walks alone is a strong woman. Okay, I tell you. And, you know, you can ask Molly. She's best friends with one. But I'm telling you, it's the abandonment thing, because it starts, you know, getting your wheels turning about who's next to abandon you. So what happens is it's almost as if you naturally are manifesting it. But my friend back in this day, I know. Have you talked to your spirit guides about it? Have you talked to your creator about it? Have you sat down private name and just had a real conversation like they're your best friend and said fix it? And just take some time to relax, enjoy yourself, enjoy what you have, enjoy what's going on, and be excited about the way it shows up to you. I mean, it's like the best advice I could give to you, because once again, this is from personal experience. Within regards here, I'll put my kitty ears on for you. Kitty Stormy for you, make you smile. I just want to check for myself, see if this person is okay. Spirit, is this person that private name wants to go on this date with, are they okay? No. It says no, they're not okay. What the hell's wrong with them? I've got to know, Spirit. This person is not feeling very strong in their in themselves. My God, it's almost as if they're waiting around to get hurt too. They want to be strong. I mean, they are strong, but it's like when you get the Hanged Man and the Strength card, it's like, it's almost like they're waiting around to get hurt too. But they've got the courage, though, to kind of see through that. Their head is still in the clouds, but there's something like deep and introspective that they're going through. It's so strange. I don't know. I hope they're okay. I hope they didn't literally die. I don't think they did. I don't get that feeling. This is not a death thing, but it's like death and strength and Hanged Man. What a combo. Let me see something here in my notes. Makes a lot of sense. They are going through a lot of transformation in their life, the Death card. Looking for that inner strength to overcome what has hurt them before. Gosh, it's almost like you guys are mirroring each other. He's just a little bit afraid too. So let that fear go tonight, and make sure that you are going to bed tonight with the sense and the feeling that, and not all hot people turn ugly quick, but many people turn ugly quick, in my opinion, whether they're hot or not. Stay in the likening tonight when you go to bed of you have what you want, okay? Because it's going to be the best time of the night to manifest what you want. You go to bed with the feelings that you already have it. And even if, you know, and I'm not talking about him, I'm talking about you are not abandoned, you are not alone kind of feelings. Like, what would it feel like if you knew you were never going to be abandoned or alone again? What does that look like to you? How does that feel to you? You know, hug your kitty or your puppy or your teddy bear close and just feel it real. Even if you can only feel it for a moment. You know what I'm saying? Listen to something that will help relax you. Okay, well then sit down, have that conversation if you want to before bed, you know. Have that conversation with your creator. And talk to it as if it's your best friend and tell him to fix it. It's like the best advice I can give you. And I promise it will really make you feel better. And when you get in that state of mind of worry, try to switch the flip. Flip the switch. You know, just try to stay as excited as you can about what's good that's coming towards you, even if you don't know how it's going to happen. Just be excited about how awesome it's going to be when it does happen. Yeah, and it's time. Well, the reason you're also going through it is you're releasing it little by little. Every time you cry about it, you're releasing it, and you're doing a little bit of healing. So now that you know, just try to catch yourself, calm yourself down, take a few breaths. It's going to be okay, I promise. And it's so wonderful to know that it's finally we're out of Mercury retrograde, so a lot of you will be able to Sean, that's for sure. But not all true friends will stab you in the front now. You know, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of another, Sean. Yeah, stay hopeful. Have faith, honey. I'm wishing you all the luck. Oh, you're so welcome, Private Name. Thank you so much for being a subscriber, liking the live, coming by and filling the chat with your chat tonight. I appreciate it. Yes, imagine him in a ridiculous outfit, like a frog onesie or something. If you want to pay for it, sure. I only do free yes/no questions, and every additional free or yes/no question is $1. So, you just want a random oracle card? Okay, dear. Spirit, I'm calling forth Sean's most trusted and most strongest spirit guides. What does Sean need to know tonight about? I'm going to call upon the power deck for you, okay? Thank you so much for your donation. Your donation helps feed a U.S. veteran who's a prisoner of war in Moscow. He's a friend of mine. I really appreciate that. This is quite a big deck. I feel like Spirit wants to be that card, but I'm going to keep shuffling until one actually falls out. Okay then, we'll go with the Crying Buddha. Grief. It's okay to cry, Sean. Even if it's only on the inside. God wouldn't give us tears if we weren't meant to cry. Grief deepens you, allowing you to explore the perimeters of your soul. Grief is the only gateway to certain levels of consciousness, and it is a hard taskmaster. Through grief, you can explore every aspect of your dark side: anger, pain, abandonment, terror, loneliness. Aspects of the sacred wound that we usually try to ignore in our daily lives. Grief forces you to acknowledge those parts of yourself that are not yet healed. If you can look at grief as a teaching, you will grow. If you can look at grief with awareness and an open heart, it is one of the greatest teachers of all. The seeds of wisdom and enlightenment are planted within the words of grief and the wounds of grief. What is lost can come back to us again in higher ways. So I don't know, maybe you've lost somebody, maybe it's just the grief of life, maybe it's just everything. The Spirit's saying, if you find yourself in grief, or you have found yourself in grief before, look at the beautiful yellow rose. I always felt like yellow roses were like a sign of peace and harmony after your day is done, or your darkness is done, or whatever it is that you're going through, whatever grief you've been through. You carry it well, Spirit says. But also know that whatever grief you encounter, yes, like you just said, Rob, grief is growth. So Spirit's essentially saying, carry your weather well. And, you might find yourself, more in a highly vibrational energy by releasing more grief as well. All right, sweetheart. Well, it doesn't have to be so difficult. There doesn't have to be a divorce. And it's okay to cry, right? Even if it's just on the inside. But I'm sending you a big hug of love and trust. Be good to yourself with your thoughts. It's also what I would have to say from personal experience. There's 7 stages of grief. I'm not sure which one you're in. You might be at acceptance already regarding the divorce or whatever grief you've gone in, but sometimes things like this can really push us back into the other stages of grief. Anger, loneliness, sadness, and so just be good to yourself with your thoughts, okay? Hey, Metal Rain, how are you, dear? Pull the card from the bottom of the deck. It's commitment. So what this card is about is, I'm still studying this deck, is this card is all about, yes, Molly, you can. This card's all about being committed to your dreams, committed to what you want, staying dedicated to manifesting it and working on it, staying dedicated, disciplined, and determined in that commitment to whatever in regards to you're, committed to. It also says, sometimes you might have to take a different path. I know they say stay on the path of least resistance, but sometimes the path of least resistance turns into the yellow brick road of piss. So you might just have to take a little different path. Maybe one that's not so comfortable to get back on the right path and clean up that yellow brick road of piss so you can see your way through to wherever you're going. You want to know if the guy Jay's actually single? Yeah, it is. There's 3 rings of marriage: engagement, wedding ring, suffering. Spirit, what does Molly need to know about this Jay guy? Is he actually single? I'm calling forth her most trusted and most strongest spirit guides. Hey, Metal Ray, it's good to see you. Molly, I need your email. Can you text it to me, please? Oof. Is he really single? No. Is this the one that I said? Oh, that's so sweet of you, Sean. Is this the one that you said that you sent me a picture of, who has his hands in his pockets? Well, if he thinks he's in a relationship, he's not. Let's see what your card says, sweetheart. A rainbow of excitement is on the way. The longer the wait, the more enthusiasm builds. Be patient. There are only a few steps to go before immersion into a new reality. It develops exponentially. Exponentially. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but bringing you invaluable experiences, most of them happy. Patience is the father of good character. You got any other questions, Molly? Man, why are people so cautious around attractive people? Sent me a text, okay. Okay, yeah, we can ask that question, sweetheart. Spirit, what does she need to know about this rap thing? Hey, sexy Gina, how are you tonight? Welcome to the Chammy. Aw, sweetheart. You know what's so creepy, Molly? So I like to watch these true crime anime shows on... hey, you can get a reading. You're welcome, Rob. I think that card on the bottom, Rob, was definitely like, you know, in unison with whatever's going on with Sean. Good night, Sean. Have a good night. Be safe. Spirit, what does Molly need to know about this rap? What does she need to know about it? Yes or no? What's going to happen with that tomorrow? No update on Taco yet? Okay. Okay, if you want to get that reading, Sexy Jana, it's $6. For a $6 taco box, you can get 3 questions and a channeled love message from a person, place, or thing, even if they're dead, or a pet. So you're not speaking because you think you're not speaking, but you really are speaking telepathically. So even if you don't realize it, you're picking up on each other's feelings and emotions, even if you don't know where it's coming from. It's just how us people are. Molly, I'm not getting a lot of energy about this rap thing, but let me use the yes or no deck. Spirit, what does she need to know about this rap thing? What does she need to know about that? Spirit says yes. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Super Chat, Sexy Gina. So the card does say yes. A tailwind of change brings you intriguing news. This is a great chance to take advantage of your position. You conclude the work you have started and radically strengthen your position. You are ablaze with inner strength, magnetic energy. Nothing can stop you, not even the rap. Yeah, I'll get those scripts over to you tonight after the live, Molly. This fucking phone will ever charge, part of my French YouTube. I need to be in that physical therapy program. don't you check out the description? I can help you with love, life, finances, family, twin flames, soulmates. I don't do wind questions. I don't do pregnancy or health questions. This isn't Madam Stormy's DNA test. Don't ask me when you're going to die. No end of time questions. Please don't ask me cheating questions. But you can ask about love, life, finances. I don't do legal, financial, and I also don't do interview, success, or school questions or exam pass questions. I do the free yes or no every single night, and you can get one free yes or no. You get you can either pick from the tarot deck or the yes or no cards. If I feel called to do a how and when, I will. But you need to read the description, figure out what kind of question you want, form it in the form of a free yes or no question, and then I can help you with that. Okay, and I reconcile. Okay, that's 2 questions, not 1. If you want to get an extra question, you have to pay $1. Which question is more important to you? Akashic records. Your past will not serve you. It's not coming back. Stay here in the now. Okay, so you want to get a past life reading? Alright, I can do that. I can do past life for you, sure. Well, Kay and I fix things between you romantically, okay? Let's see what the cards say, dear. Do you want the yes or no cards, or do you want the tarot cards? And do you have any specific questions, Rob? Thank you so much for your, yeah, well, nothing has a meaning until you give it a meaning. Spirit, what does Sexy Gina need to know? Well, Kay and Sexy Gina fix things between them romantically. I'm calling forth Sexy Gina's most trusted and most strongest spirit guides. What does she need to know about? Will they fix things romantically? We got the Tower card. This is a big fat no. Not right now, my dear. Alright. Spirit's letting you know it's time to go within. Do some research on you. Because your foundation of love and trust is very rocky right now. You need to call upon your Creator and ask for guidance. Talk to them like it's your best friend. Now, I'm not saying you can't fix things, because anything is possible. So, just remember that, okay? You can have B and do what you want. He's your man until you say he's not your man anymore. But I can't make you believe that. Do you see what I mean? Yeah, the Tower. Okay, Rob, I'm going to put your timer on. Do you want that as your free yes, no, Rob? And do you want me to use the tarot or the free yes? Do you want me to use the tarot or the yes or no cards? Thank you so much for your donation. It was very kind and generous of you. Hi, Hussein. Welcome back to the channel. Okay. Spirit is, hey, Midnight Blue, welcome back, sweetheart. It's good to see you. Spirit, what does Rob need to know about this mutual connection? Is it mutual, the connection that they're asking about? Rob, calling forth Rob's most strongest and most trusted spirit guides. There's a new relationship that Rob feels strongly about. Is it mutual, Spirit? And what does Rob need to know about that right now? Spirit says yes. Even though you don't know where you're going with this, there is a lot of luck to be had in this Wheel of Fortune as the world turns. That world card. Okay, I'm going to start your timer now. I'm just going to spread out all the cards and let you know what you need to know, okay, about your past life. We might get into present, we might get into future. I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll see. Well, I wish I was singing. I've made a couple of videos that YouTube's like, nope. No, I'm just learning a song, so I've been picking up the guitar randomly so I could just kind of teach myself it. Spirit, I'm calling forth Rob Wiseman, calling forth his most trusted and most strongest spirit guides in regards to past life reading. I guess if we need to go into the present or the future, that's okay too. So there's no read through this week or next week? Spirit, what does Rob need to know about his past life? You're welcome. Oh, that card was down. I'm not going to pick that up. Meaning it was not upright. I don't read upright. I don't read cards that face down when they fall out of the deck like that. It's just, I feel like that's just spirit, like, nah, we don't need that card kind of thing. It's also why I don't really use the major suit. Like, I don't use the wands, the swords, the cups, or I don't use wands, cups, swords. I don't use the little suits unless I really feel called to. It's all just little things getting in the way of stuff. Limiting beliefs and bullshit circumstances. I like to use the major arcana. It really gets me where I need to be with knowing what people need to know about. I will pick up that one because it didn't just jump. I dropped it. Just make sure you drink some water, Rob, because you might get a little bit hot during the reading, but it's just like, it's just spirit. It's just the highly vibrational energy from spirit. If you get warm or hot, drink some water. Wow. You were a bit of a Merlin yourself. Defying all acts of God, but practicing your magic very deeply and very You were very dedicated, determined, and disciplined in that. You must have defied God in some way, but not in a way that you felt you were defying God in a past life, but maybe others felt you were. You got Hermit, reversed Hierophant, and a Magician. You had to make choices. Choices to survive, to keep moving on, to keep teaching the word of spirituality. Not so much defying God, but, you know, defying what it was that people felt you maybe. God, I get this kind of sense that you may have been. I get this sense that maybe you might have been Catholic in a past life or something and defied by other Christians who might have wanted to go Protestant or something. Like, do you have like family history in the UK or Ireland? I'm gonna pull out my liminal space deck a little bit. So it might influence you a little bit in this. It's so funny, your name Wise Man, and you know, I always looked at the Hermit like it was Merlin, like a wise man. So that must be where you must have been at one point in your life. And let me see something real quick. So, all right. So, there are two parts of Ireland. The island of Ireland comprises of the Republic of Ireland, which is a sovereign country, and the Northern Ireland, which is part of the United Kingdom. So, the Republic of Ireland endured a hard-fought birth, yeah. So, Anglo-Saxon, yeah. They're all, you know, the British people were almost completely wiped out, if they're not already completely wiped out in history. So they're all like Vikings now. I don't really know that there are any really, truly, true-blood Bucanians anymore, except for maybe the Scottish. But I'm talking about like the British people. I don't know how much you know about history, but that's why when you said the thing about the UK but Ireland, yeah. Family story tells lineage of William Conqueror, but I don't know if they're actual proof. Yeah, William the Conqueror was a very important man in history. And I'm totally a history nerd, so let's see if we can get some direct messages on what you need to know about this past life, how it's affecting you presently and in your future. Spirit wants to talk about any of that. Cosmic fuckery. Part of my French YouTube. Down in the river. Burning the idols. I know, right? Speaking of stars. Are you asking me if I've ever listened to Coast to Coast? Yeah, man. Yeah. Especially when Art Bell was on it. Okay, you came here to turn off the lights. So, burn your idols, which I think is kind of hilarious because we just went through the whole Catholic, talking about the Catholic thing. You know, Catholics and Orthodox people, they worship idols, even though they're Christians. Spirit's saying, in this present life, if there are any idols, especially celebratory idols, like, you know, superstars, celebrities, you know, people who maybe are doing things around you that, you know, maybe you idolize them, but the real person to idolize is yourself. Giving yourself a pat on the back for all your spirit has come through. Maybe you've been a little bit down lately. Spirit's saying maybe down in the river, maybe get down with nature right now, get a little bit closer to it as the sun comes out and the world warms up here in this hemisphere. But no matter what, you've always wanted to take that, you know, take that miracle mile a bit further. You were never playing God. It's just people were playing God with you. But you knew there were miracles. You've always known there are miracles. It's a miracle you're even here. It took 1 million children to be born just for you to be here and your family. But Spirit's saying, you know, you came here to turn off the lights. You know, you came here to have fun in this life. You came here to enjoy it. And you came here to help other people enjoy it as well. Look at all the aliens watching a movie, eating popcorn, having fun. You know, and that's very much how I feel about us. I know they call us humans, and, you know, but I still, at the end of the day, I wondered, you know, did we come from some other place in time? Is science right about how we evolved? I think about these kind of things all the time. Spirit, what does Rob need to know about, what does Rob need to know presently about how their past life has affected them now and in the not too distant future? Is there anything that Rob needs to know about that? And I'm going to get you a power deck card too. Maybe presently in the past life, you know, you had a loved one, a woman, a person that you could go to with all your problems, your soulmate. It could even be your twin flame. Things may have fallen apart, and you kept looking and kept looking and kept looking and kept looking, but it's like you guys weren't born at the same time in the world. And it's almost a part of you that you feel you've lost, but you have healed from this now. Okay, you have healed from it. And Spirit's saying, keep looking to the stars. You know, keep looking to the stars for that energy, because it could be right in front of you. See how the lantern is in front of him? And the card on the bottom of the deck is the Magician once again. You know, letting you know that your past life has presently influenced you spiritually and will continue to influence you spiritually. You've done a lot of healing. Your soul has gone through a lot of healing in the Star card. And though things that you want might seem intangible, they're really not in this life. Please look to your future in the not too distant future instead of too far down the road, because it could make you a little bit anxious, and looking towards, you know, the past can make you anxious as well. Stay in the ideas of what's happy and harmonious. If you go back to the past, go to those nostalgic, happy moments that you want to recreate again with the people that you love again and again and again. And in this Magician card, just know you're the magic wand. You don't need spells. You don't need magic. You are the magic. You are that spell. So what do you want? What do you want? Where do you want to go with this power? You can teach so many people your wisdom and light and share it with them presently. Or maybe just the ones that are only close to you, you know. A Spirit, will I feel called to ask this. Will Rob's past life affect his present love life? Will Robert, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you Robert. That's probably not even your name. I'm just going to call you Rob. Will his past lives will his past love lives from past lives affect his love life now? Can I know a little bit more about that High Priestess and what he needs to know about her and her energy? Okay. Here she is popping up again. Oh, wow. So it's like you're kind of just hanging around waiting for her to happen. But she is here. The energy's there. I don't know where she is, but somebody who's going to make you feel, you know, stronger, like help you find that inner strength to be that best version, that highly evolved version of yourself that you want to be. It's like they give you the courage to find that happiness, and you've been waiting around for them for a long time to show up, but they are the next right thing, and you're just going to know who it is. You just will. They might be a lover, they might end up being a friend, they might just be a confidant. I mean, have they met them in this life, Spirit? Has she come back to him in this life? That's face down. I just want to show you, it's like, it's down, so I'm not going to pick it up. Yeah, that's my desk drawer of thousands of tarot cards. Spirit, what does he need to know about that? And we'll look at the card in a minute just for fun, just to see what it was. Has this divine feminine energy returned to him in this life yet? Spirit says yes, she has. She's a very clear thinker. She's a very smart person. She's very balanced out. She likes to show up to people with a breastplate of love. She puts herself and her feelings first. She's not somebody who's greedy or evil or unkind. Okay, she may be a very beautiful woman, and that might intimidate you a little bit. But her head is above the clouds, not in it. That's so funny that you said something special. I've got a song called Something Special. It's somewhere on the channel. It's an original song. I was actually just playing it a minute ago. I want to get you a power deck card. See, so she is here now with you somewhere, physically, not just spiritually. But I'm not going to tell you who it is, because you have to decide for yourself. That would be like telling somebody that their twin flame was the president. Or their twin flame was the ex-president, or their twin flame was Jessica Simpson, or you know what I mean? Like, how can anybody tell you who your twin flame is? You have to decide that for yourself, just like we decide who our soulmates are, who are not. You know, and we usually know, and sometimes we do need clarification through cards. But at the end of the day, I really like people to follow their inner compass on that kind of thing, and then come to me about them. You know, I don't want to influence anybody in their choices like that. It's not my ethics. Spirit, I'm calling forth, once again, Rob's most trusted and most strongest spirit guides to get a power deck card for them. This reading has been so much fun. Thank you so much, Rob. I really appreciate it. Well, there she is. I know I've never read this card before, as I am still studying this deck, but I can't tell if this is a bread sandwich or a rock. It kind of looks like bread, but it's a rock. I see that it's a rock, and it's got these swirls on it. And this is so interesting to me, because both of these symbols are like, I mean, I know they look like boobs, but they look like, so I study, yes, I see flowers too. I am an orgone artist and scientist. So orgonite is based on a pseudoscience that was founded by Wilhelm Reich. And it's basically, rocks like orgonite. And it's basically called orgonite, and it's all about, this energy. It's like a life chi energy that radiates. And I actually have I have an orgone chi generator that I use here for the ghosts when we are when we're channeling them or we're talking to them to help them, be able to get more energy, to speak, move things around, maybe communicate better with us. Orgone energy, orgone chi, life energy can totally, I can't tell you what it'll do for me, but it will, am I a medium? I don't know, maybe. My family felt all my life that I was, because I could see dead people when I was little. But, a medium is different. Like, I feel like a medium is different than a lot of these people who do tarot on YouTube as a hobby. I mean, yeah, I'm professionally certified as a tarot card reader by one of the best tarot card readers in the country, but a medium to me is like those people who are like, yeah, that person is there, and that's where their body is, and that's where it's hiding, and that's where the murderer, blah blah blah. Like that's always what a medium was to me growing up. Like those people who could see through things, like the people who had X-ray eyes. But I don't know. Am I a medium? I don't know what is considered a medium. Um, I'm an indigo child. But back to the organite. You know, I am all the things you call me. Uh, so sure, I can be your medium. A medium to me is like, what am I painting on today? Is it going to be canvas? Is it going to be cardboard? Is it going to be watercolor paper? Anyways, what I was saying about orgone chi energy is that the way that the spiral flows, the way that your life flows, you know, it's a constant form of energy. And it can be a negative to positive, right? It can be a negative and a positive, and when they come together, all right, it's almost like they cancel each other out and create like an orgone energy. So when you put organic and non-organic items together, you create this chi life energy. I know I'm going on and on about organite because I felt called to tell you about it because I see these spirals, which are used often in explaining this kind of life chi energy. Everybody carries this life chi energy with them as well. Everything on the planet does. Now, this card is about endurance and enduring things and enduring what it is that is happening in your life right now. You know, the rocks, they endure the weather. You know, the lizard, it endures the environment. This might even be a special message from you from the Lizard King, which is Jim Morrison. I know Val Kilmer just passed away. I don't know if you like Jim Morrison or not, but Jim Morrison is one of my spirit guides. And I feel very close affinity to Jim Morrison. So he might be saying, look, dude, it's time for you to endure your, endure what it is that you've been through and, break on through to the other side of your spirituality and what you feel really called to do. I feel like the flowers are telling you, look, we endure all kinds of shit all day. We have to make sure we don't get eaten by the lizard too. So at least, they can kill you, but they can't eat you. So enduring what you are going through, let's see what, your time is up, but I don't care. Don't worry about sending more money. Let's just read the card and see what it says and let me interpret it for you. So enduring, the direction is north, all right? The color is white. Take a stone in your hand and meditate on it, or use the stone surface pictured on the card. Go into the stone. Experience her quiet soul. The stone welcomes your visit. Let her experience the inside of your heart as well. See how you are each an enduring mirror for the other. How you are everywhere, mirroring everything. The stone absorbs you, and you absorb the stone. How can you be alone if you are part of everything? You are a totality of enduring existence, therefore nothing in existence can upset you. It might even be Jim Morrison saying, man, find yourself some good weed and go get stoned. And think about it. That's a pretty deep card. Oh, thank you, Rob. I can continue your reading if you like. Shift Team Ruby. I am taking questions, but I'm in the middle of a paid reading, so you'll have to wait a little bit because paid readings take precedence over free yes nos. But I am taking questions. If you'd like to get a paid reading, I can do that for you too. I'll be here for a while. Already been here for an hour. Let me check what time I've got on the iPad. So I'll probably be here for another 30 or 40 minutes, depending on how it goes. Spirit, can you clarify the enduring card? Can you clarify the enduring card, Spirit, for Rob and I? I'm not trying to be rude. If you don't smoke pot or you're against it, that's fine with me. I don't care. But it's almost like saying, go into nature, do some cannabis, get stoned, and be one with the stones. Like, it's so deep. Like, And even if you don't do cannabis, that's fine. Still, I feel like it's very much saying, you know, get a little bit closer to nature. Listen to the trees talk to you. Listen to the rain speak to you. Listen to the wind in the trees talk. Listen, you know, feel it on your face. You know that when you feel the wind on your face, your ancestors are touching you gently. You know, you're strong like the stone. But be careful because rocks break. Thank you so much for your subscription, Neo. How are you tonight? I like your name. It's pretty. Nurturing. I've also not had a chance to pull this card yet or study it, so what a wild ride. The hands of the universe. I love this card. It's like every way you turn it. Hey, Caitlin, how are you, dear? Yeah, everybody can get a reading. I'm just in the middle of a paid reading, so there might be some time between the, you know, I don't know what kind of reading you want. So if you want a free reading, paid readings take precedence over free. I mean, paid readings take precedence over free, but please, you know, make your donations. Let me know what you need. Please check out the description so you know what kind of readings I do. But yes, you can get a reading. Just like and subscribe. If you want to get a free yes or no, put it in the chat and I'll leave the question for you even if you're not here. And when YouTube uploads this tomorrow, I'll go back and try to find the timestamp for you. So pretty amazing card here. It's like either way you turn it, there's a beautiful description of things to come. The beautiful lotus of life is here in your hands, Spirit says. Amongst the stars. You know, even though it can be a little bit scary to go outside at night and look at them, you know, on one side of the coin, you know, you've got the whole world in your hands here. What is it that you want to do with this? The card is called nurturing. Once again, Spirit's telling you nature is going to nurture you. You've got this beautiful hibiscus. You know, hibiscus don't ask to be looked at or be told to be beautiful. They bloom and people can't help but look at their beauty. Don't be intimidated by the beauty of life. Don't be intimidated by the beauty you find in other people. There's a sunflower here. Sunflowers might even be, they might mean something to you or mean something to someone special, but you also have this little fairy here, this little light energy here, letting you know. It's almost like Spirit's like waving at you through this little character on the card. You can maybe almost kind of see some in the background too, that seem more far off in the distance. The universe. You're getting a lot of cosmic cards here with the universe and the stars. I want to say that this is also descriptive of Earth. Maybe this is a pillow. I can't tell. Let me get the light on it. But it kind of looked like the world for a minute to me. Oh no, it's just another plant. Oh, it is a plant. There's a lot of plants on this. So you can see it a little bit better. Yeah. The nurturing card, I've never ever seen this one before and I've not studied it yet, so let's learn together. So the card number is 8. Oh, so let's see what the number, okay, so this is number 29. So maybe 2 and 9 or 29 have some kind of significance for you in the enduring card. This is number 8. I just love the number 8. Nurturing. South is the direction. Red is the color. Okay. Only we can heal ourselves. Sometimes with assistance, sometimes without. Our energy or chakra system corresponds to the energy flow from the earth. If you listen and feel, Mother Earth will heal you as you heal her. With the nurturing force of timeless give and take. Prayer enables you to take power out of the mind and then place it in the hands of the earth and the sky deities. Try to see through the mirage of social barriers that cloud the eyes of women and men the world over. Nurture your dreams, act in your dreams as you want to act. find the guarded kivas and sacred places where you have hidden your heart and nurture your spirit. This is definitely telling you, seek out what are those limiting beliefs. What are those limiting beliefs that, that are barrages of the social barriers that cloud the eyes of women and men in the world over. I mean, I had one girl come here tonight that I really care a lot about her. She's such a sweetheart. She's about to turn 21, and she was helping me to explain to another girl, that just because you give a guy's phone number to him first doesn't mean you're a chaser. So it's like I could see how the young girl had the wisdom that the other young girl could not perceive yet, unless, we all sat down and had a conversation about it today in the earlier live. There's so many preconceived notions. There's so many social barriers. There's so much stuff going on with life and with people in general. So many people are haters. So many people are so unkind. And they flip and flop because people have a really difficult time trusting each other. Okay? They'll come here and say hi and turn around and get on a fake account and then come here and tell me to kill myself after we've just had a lovely 30-second conversation or 30-minute conversation. But don't, and those are all social barriers. There's so many toxic people out there that it's like, it's becoming difficult to tell the difference between who you can trust and who you can't. Yes, exactly, because the more that you think it binds you, the more that it will. Exactly. Let go of the expectations of what binds you, the expectations of the limiting beliefs and circumstances, and nurture, okay, what it is that you want, expecting it to show up in a way that pleases you, being excited about how you're going to experience it showing up. Do you see what I'm saying? You see the difference? Yeah, following that inner compass and nurturing that inner compass, and it's just your inner compass is just common sense. It's that same thing that has brought you here today after millions of years. After millions of years, it's why you're here today, because the person that bore you and the person that bore them and the person that bore them had the common sense to stay alive, using their intuition, which is their inner compass. Many people are losing that common sense. Many people are losing that inner compass. They're falling into the traps of people who are toxic, falling into the traps of people who think they know it all or that they can give them something. There's nothing outside of you to give it to you. There's only self. You come here alone, you will die alone. And you can't take anything with you but the love. So stop feeding the toxic people that don't serve you. Stop feeding the feelings that don't serve you. Focus mostly on what nurtures you, what nurtures your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. Don't be afraid to share them. Nurture your dreams. Yeah, it has to come from within. I mean, you know what, like, okay, so cancer is a big killer, cigarette smoking is a big killer, alcoholism, drugs, things like that. But you know what one of the number one killers is of human beings? Losing their common sense. In fact, it's one of the main factors of why we are going through a mass extinction right now. People don't believe that, but it's happening. This is why people are taking pictures of themselves on the edge of mountains and falling off. Because they have no common sense. Yeah, from ashes to dust. Let's see what kind of special messages Spirit may have for you through the liminal space deck. I also have I almost want to get those my clarifying love cards just to clarify a little bit more about this feminine energy, this divine feminine energy. Thank you. I appreciate your time too, Spirit. Spirit, can you tell us a little bit more, kind of clarify a little bit the love situation, if there is one, between the divine feminine energy that was touched upon in this reading today, from the past life to the present? I guess, Caitlin, you can get your reading someone. You can get your reading someone? Gosh. I'm dyslexic. Excuse me. Caitlin, yes, you can get your reading, sweetheart. Go ahead and pick what reading you want and pay for it. I'm in the middle of a paid reading. Am I a good witch? Yes, I'm Glenda the Good Witch. I'm not a witch. But I do feel like we all have a little bit of witch in us, a little bit of magic, a little bit of, you know. Oh no, don't apologize, Caitlin. It's okay. You can also get a free yes or no question, but I'm in a paid reading, so paid readings take precedence over free yes nos. So in regards to the feminine divine energy, real quick before you sit down. Divine union and empathic bridges, swept away, refreshed romance, fiery balance, avoid burnout, eternal renewal, moon dreamer. Empathic bridges, embrace healing by being kind, balancing life contrasting forces. Divine union, use the wings of empathy to bring love and harmony. I feel like Spirit's saying, whether it's spiritually, etherically, or physically, you will have this divine union. It may come through a dream, okay? It may come through some physical contact, okay? Whoever it is, they love the ocean. They love angels. Swept away, caught up in romance or clearing out emotions. You might have been very caught up in entangled, like a quantum entanglement with this divine feminine energy in the past life, but in this life, refreshed romance. Cleanse past sorrows, be charmed anew, embrace the joy of a flame. Maybe the white dress is something that you're supposed to look out for. Fiery balance, embrace intense forces, offset turmoil, stabilize with calm resolve. Avoid burnout, because fiery passion is consuming. So sustain a lasting balance. Fiery passion is consuming, sustain a lasting balance. Yeah, so fiery passion, if you feel consumed by love, consumed by somebody that you have these feelings for, make sure that you're doing what you can to sustain a lasting balance. The more you stay balanced in your connections, in your feelings, in your life, anything that you're doing, it will help you to be calm and help you to be more successful in the situation, for sure. Eternal renewal in the cycle of life. In this cycle of life, understanding breeds hope for what's coming next. And moon dreamer, love illuminates even in the darkest corners. So love is all around you, Rob. Okay. But what do you want the next scene to be? What are you telling yourself about your past, present, and future? What are you telling yourself about your love life? What are you telling yourself about them? Yourself, your love story. I've been telling everybody this today. And I'm going to keep telling it to everybody, because I think that it will help everybody who comes by, because it's helped me so much. Speak to your creator, whatever you feel your creator is, even if it's just the dirt outside. Talk to it as if it's your best friend. It's going to help you, and it's going to listen and ask it to fix what you need to have fixed. All right, sweetheart. Get some rest, Smiley. I'm not sure where Zenian is or Meryl, but I'll be okay. To be present and ready to accept love. The last card's always the truest, yeah. Yeah, to be present and ready to accept love. That's why I said, like, okay, so I really wanted to do an archaic, I always wanted to get into my archaic records. And then I sat down with, like, one of the best archaic record readers on the planet. And she's like, so what do you want to know about? I'm like, wow, I just don't know. I said, you know what, fuck the past. Let's just stay here right now. She goes, you know what, I've never had a client say that. You're right, let's do that. And I guess it's just because I felt like, wait a minute, I don't know that my past life, I need to know too much about it because I'm not living it. It's not coming back. I mean, I'm already feeling what's happened in my past life. How do I, I just sat down with her and had this, realization that, I need to trust what I'm feeling about my past life and, go by that in the fact that I don't need somebody to validate me in that. Yeah, to be present and ready to accept love. And stay true to your spiritual beliefs. You always have in your past life, so stay true to your spiritual beliefs in this one, too. Shit, I was doing that reading, and I was like, watching you get burned in a past life. So don't get burned, okay? Sorry, I don't know why YouTube did that. Why did it do that? I don't know why YouTube did that. Hold on. Here's what you said. Dreams fuck with you. Okay, so dreams fuck with you because it's your subconscious. There's a lot that goes into understanding dreams. Some of them are garbage. Some of them are very important. Some of them are mental garbage, and some of them are very important in the fact that if you can remember them, remember the feeling. It's something that your subconscious is telling you, teaching you, because the only two body parts that don't sleep are the brain and the heart. When you're sleeping, your brain, your subconscious is so strong because it's what's protecting you while you're sleeping. So when you have those dreams, take notes. Keep yourself a dream journal. All of them are garbage. Well, the mental garbage can be good too because it can really show you maybe a lot of things that you didn't realize about yourself or others and your life in general. Oh, no, it's okay. I don't trust people who don't cuss. So if anybody would like to get a paid reading or free yes or no question, it is open now to get a free yes or no question, or you can get a paid reading. Yeah, the hard truth is crappy, but you can change it. While we can't change people, we can change ourselves and how situations show up to us. As within, so without. Okay, if you want to do another, that's fine. Let me see how much time I have on the, okay, I'm at 27%. Is there anybody else that wants to get a reading? Why does this keep turning on? I don't want my VPN. Just going to take a little break because I've been here for about 80 minutes, and I'll be right back in a few. If you want to get another reading, that's cool. I'll be right back. Okay, Metal Rain, if you want to get a free yes or no, or you want to get a paid reading, I'll be here for a little while longer. Or if you want to just chat. might save it tomorrow for Tacobox Tuesday. All right, sweetheart. Are we all sleepy here, or is it just me and Molly? Or in Metal Rain? Yes, good night, Molly. Sweet dreams when you get there. Text me after your appointment. I might be sleeping though, but it doesn't matter. Text me anyways. If you'd like to get a free yes or no question, go ahead and put it in the chat. Make sure that you like and subscribe. If you'd like to get a paid reading, I'm available for a little bit longer. You know, I can check. Robert Zink is a friend of mine, and you know, I swear I've seen that on his channel before. So let me look for you. I feel like in a past life I was Cleopatra. And I only say this because it's my nickname. It's what my dad's called me my whole life. I don't know why. But I think it's because he said when he was a little boy, he got to see the movie Cleopatra with Elizabeth Taylor. And he was so enchanted by her beauty, he went home and prayed to God that someday he'd have a daughter just as beautiful as Cleopatra. I was like, okay, Dad, all right. He goes, and look, you got the beauty mark like Elizabeth Taylor. So I felt like that was like my reasoning for feeling that way, and I feel very I don't know, I just feel very in tune with that particular character in the world. You know what, the thing about Akashic Records, I'll have to get back to you. I know there's something in regards to that, what you asked about the Akashic Records. You didn't miss much. We just talked a little bit. I think Metal Rain asked about, I hate this stupid vidIQ app. It's always messing up my YouTube app. So Metal Rain said, does Robert Zink have a video on deep meditation to obtain Akashic Records? I said, I've seen it somewhere, but I'm just not sure. I'll have to look for it. But I will help you find that. I know I've seen it. I'm just going to have to search for it another time, because I may have seen it in his group on Facebook. It may have been something private that he sent me. I just don't know, but I know there's something like that, Metal Rain, somewhere. And I'll try to find it for you. What's the text message you want to send her? mean, I can ask the cards. Spirit, should he send Ileana the text message? Should he send Ileana the text message? What does Metal Rain need to know about that? Calling forth Metal Rain's most strongest and most trusted spirit guides. He wants to send a response to her last message. But I feel very in tune with the fact that I feel like I may have been Cleopatra in a past life. She did come from an ancient Greek family, like myself. I'm Greek Cypriot from the island of Cyprus. We're purebloods. And I feel very strongly that she very well may have been Greek Cypriot. Spirit, what does he need to know about Ileana? Should he message her? Should he message Ileana? What does Metal Ray need to know about that, Spirit? So we got a couple of cards upright, but we're going to focus on the top card, which is the yes. Spirit says yes, you should text her. This is a unique time of necessary changes. Strong-willed qualities are manifested. You bathe in the rays of unprecedented joy. Future changes wrap you in a blanket of sweet dreams and enchanted reality. So you may message her in a completely different version of her that you know the strong-willed qualities that you've been wanting to manifest in her. You know, while we can't change people, we can change the version of them that they show up to us. Spirit's saying go for it. Text her. Text her. Yes, find the courage to text her. I can't remember what was her last text message to you? Not exactly a nice text message. Oh, a missing card. It's the Empress. She wants to know what was new with me. Oh. Oh, we'll just send her a text back and say, well, what's new with me? I'm manifesting the best version of you, baby. I wonder what her response would be to that. Oh, it's okay. No need to apologize. Yes, you're what are you doing? I'm manifesting your self-improvement. I'm done with the back and forth shit if you want to talk to me in person or on the phone. Wow, and all she said was, what's new with you? wah, 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 wah. But you do have insight. You have insight. You just maybe don't believe that you have insight. Uh, Many people's judgments and insights get clouded by limiting beliefs and circumstances. Um, Remember, your insight is your inner compass that we were just talking about a little bit earlier. That common sense, that intuition. I know, right? I don't know how anyone can stand it. So I was living in this townhome once, which was like kind of like a duplex, like they're both next to each other like this. But their garage was under our apartment, and our garage was under their apartment. And little did we know they were making and had a meth lab in the basement. And I kept wondering, what's this like stinky smell? Like it was always like, oh God, it was terrible. And I can't understand how anybody can even. I mean, you might as well eat dirty cat litter. Like the only thing I could say about the smell of it when they were making it was like a dirty cat litter box meets a nicotine patch. That's what it smelled like to me. I just can't understand how anybody would want anything to do with it. True, what's meant to be will always be. But we definitely have the power within us to create. Our Creator makes things that we can't make. But it creates things that we can create miracles with. And that's the beautiful part about it. It's a strange and wild universe. Anything is possible. Yeah, it's like that saying in the Bible, like God never gives you what you can't handle. So if the universe thinks you can't handle it right now, it will definitely set it up for you to be able to, if it's definitely meant to be. That's why it's so important to give it to yourself. Like there's nothing outside of you to give it to you. When you get into the idea of the things that serve you, it really helps balance a lot of things out. Because people become addicted to pain. People become addicted to fear. They become addicted to things that they can't even imagine that they're addicted to. But I mean, look at Ileana's problem. She's addicted to drugs. Because someone called her fat. You can call me fat all day. I'll go eat a sandwich if I have one. I feel so bad for Ileana. I really do. Metal Rain, because she's talented and beautiful and has these problems. But yeah, Spirit's saying go ahead and text her. Reach out to her. Can't hurt. Give me a sandwich too. I like to watch these true crime horror stories that are, they're done like as cartoons, like as animes, like here on YouTube. And one of them started playing the other night. It was about Subway, and like, I used to really like Subway sandwiches, but then my dad and I, when he was on chemo, we went for one because we had a really busy day. We had to go see the oncologist. We had to go pick up his medication. It was hot. It was, ugh. And I was just too tired to go home and cook anything. So we're not really the kind of people that like to eat out. We like to cook our food. We like whole foods. But that day we're like, oh, we're gonna go to Subway. We went to Subway and we got a sandwich, and we ended up getting enteritis, which is like when you get like an infection in your intestine because of bad food. Yeah, we never went to Subway again. That story should be a true crime horror story. Yeah, I remember Jared from Subway. Subway is, yeah. And it always has had this weird smell. Like, what is that smell? Ode to Subway smell. $5 footlongs and E. coli for free. I don't think they do they don't even do the $5 footlongs anymore. Do you remember when Taco Bell actually had the $5 taco box? Now that was some good eating. Now we don't have Jimmy John's over here. I don't even know what that is. Well, I have such a difficult time thinking about ever going to Jersey Mike's because I think Jersey Mike's uses rats to sell their product, like rat puppets. Like the kind of rat puppets that were like on the Muppets. So I can't bring myself to go there. It's either Moe's or Jersey Mike's that uses the rat puppets. And you see the little rat puppet making the Subway. I just don't get me wrong. I think rats are great pets, but I just don't want them on my sandwich. Yeah, we have a Del Taco, and I went there. Not actual rats. They're rat puppets. They're puppets that are rats. So you'll see him singing a little song about coming to get a sandwich. And just at Del Taco, I went to Del Taco once in my life. I was like, I'm going back to Taco Bell, and I'm never cheating on them again. Have I had Firehouse? No, I've never had Firehouse sub. Let me see what sub restaurant uses rat puppets to sell their food. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not Moe's. It's not Jersey Mike's. It's Quiznos. Many of you are repulsed by the sponge monkeys. Can't fathom how they would make you desire sub and worry that these rat-like creatures suggest an unsanitary sandwich preparation. Yeah, it's Quiznos. Quiznos. I'm sorry. I don't think we have one here anymore. Hey, K-pop queen, how are you, dear? I've never seen a capriotis. Bobby sandwich. What's on a Bobby sandwich? You go to Jersey Mike's. I guess I've never been to Jersey Mike's either. Yeah, so it's Quiznos that sells the subs with the rat puppets. Well, yeah, of course Quiznos is disappearing. They've got rats instead of butterflies selling their sandwiches. Even frogs would be better than rats. Oh, excuse me. Have you been, K-pop queen? Did you have a good day? At least we can always count on Olive Garden. To not be selling their food with rats. Yeah, sure, we can do another reading if you'd like to. K-pop queen, if you want to get a free yes or no, or you want to get a paid reading, let me know. Let me check my time on my iPad. Okay, I'm at 15%. I've got about another 20 minutes. Or whatever you want to get, just let me know, Rob. It could be a $6, it could be a $10, it could be a $1, it could be a $20. Bobby sandwich uses real turkey, not sliced turkey. Cranberry sauce stuffing. I keep dropping cards. Could you tell me, has Kai put in work on himself to be who I need? Well, have you been doing the work too? The best way to do that kind of work and help someone become the best version of themselves is to get into the idea that they are that version of themselves that you want them to work on, to who you need them to be. Yes, Devyani Sharma, it's $6 for that reading if you want to know their feelings. Well, not only be the best version you can be, that is a great idea, but the version of them right now in your head is that they're not who you need them to be. Do you see what I'm saying? Spirit, what does she need to know about him? Is he working on... Calling for K-pop queen's most strongest and most trusted spirit guides. Is her person Kai, is he working on himself to be who K-pop queen needs him to be? Okay, all those cards were down on the floor. Let's see what we get here. In fact, I don't want to use the major arcana. I want to use the yes or no questions, dear. I hope that's okay. And I'll get to your reading in just a moment, Rob. Get these cards that are not howling winds out. Spirit, I'm calling for K-pop queen's most strongest and most trusted spirit guides. What does she need to know? Thank you so much, Rob, for your donations tonight. I appreciate it. So kind and generous of you. Spirit, what does K-pop queen need to know about regarding this person? Are they working on themselves, being the person that K-pop needs Kai to be? Spirit says no, but I already knew that. Oh, you're so welcome, Rob. So long-awaited events flow into your life, K-pop, like a warm, murmuring stream of cleansing water envelops you in a captivating sense of grandiose possibilities and significant changes. You don't allow life to happen to you, you allow life to happen for you. So, I think that at the end of the day, if you can just flip the switch in your head about the version of him that you want him to be, you may very well see the version of him that you want showing up to you in the not too distant future. But you have to put away that version of him that you know, we're just talking about, the one that's not working on himself, and turn that into the version of him that is showing up for you that you want. You know, like I said, while we can't change people, we can still change the way a scenario or a scene or situation or they show up to us. Spirit, I'm calling forth Rob's most strongest and most trusted spirit guides. Yeah, yeah. Because you're asking, like, is he working on being the best, you know, the version of him I need him to be? Well, no, because you don't believe that he can be it. Like, you're asking if you see what I'm saying? Like, your version of him is the twisted one, not the one that makes you feel yummy. Does he make you feel yummy? Spirit, what does Rob need to know? Do you have any special messages for Rob, wise man here? Let's see what the liminal space deck has to say. Oh my God, she messaged, I actually didn't realize she messaged me 20 days ago. Wow. Okay, that one's on the ground. Space down. So let go of the hurt he caused me and allow myself to believe he can change, and he will. Yeah, but it's not changing him. You can't change people. You've got to change the version of him in your head that you've written up. You've got to let go of that hurt. You have to wipe away the old love story to write a new one. Hey, Tiffany, welcome back to the Jamie. How are you, sweetheart? It's good to see you. Hopefully it tells you the lottery numbers. Yeah, I need those lottery numbers too. So you've got to wipe away that old love story, cling K-pop queen, and start writing the new love story with the new version of the man that you want him to be with you. What does it look like? What does it feel like? But don't do anything that triggers you. And make sure that you are being good to yourself with your thoughts regarding it. Tiffany, how have you been, sweetheart? I'm going for 1 million subscribers, so please subscribe. And get your free yes/no question. You guys, I'm sorry I haven't put out a music video in a while. There is a music video I just put out on the member side of things. If you guys want to get a membership, I believe it's only $2.99. I wish I could have made it $3 because 3 is the magic number, but YouTube wouldn't let me. So I may have to just start putting my music videos over there on the membership side of things. I'm going to start doing the live music shows again on the membership side of things and like get serious about them. It's just been kind of crazy this last month. It's been difficult for me to work on music. So I'm trying to prepare for Dad's biopsy, and that way I can take a couple days off just to take care of him after the biopsy, because I don't see myself working. Although I probably will, because I'm a workaholic. There's so many beautiful spiritual messages here from the liminal space deck for you from Spirit and your spirit guides. Remember what I said about Jim Morrison? Like, there's like, I think Jim wants you to listen to his music a little bit and, you know, get a little bit closer to nature. With that lizard on that card earlier. another power deck card. And let me see where I am on my time. Okay, I'm at 9%. Let me just plug the iPad in real quick so it doesn't die in the middle of the reading. Oh, good night, Metal Rain. Sweet dreams when you get there. This fucking thing go in there. Part of my French. Okay, let's see. Just give me 1 minute to find something to stabilize this on. All right, I'm back. What's that painting? It's The Lady of Chalet. It's one of my favorite paintings. I hope I'm saying that right. Okay. So the first card is, wait, did I get your, let me finish, let me get this card. Get your power deck card. And that's my Spirit Box TV. So I have a Spirit Box TV, and a REM pod, because usually I'd be sitting here with the REM pod on and the Spirit Box on to get messages from spirits or ghosts or spirit guides or maybe people in the afterlife. But the battery is dead for the REM pod. My phone is dead, so I have to use something to charge it with, which keeps me from being able to use the Spirit Box right now. And the Spirit Box TV, it works, but it only works for about 15 minutes. And usually I was doing every night like a session with it and turning it into a short, but my iPhone 8 is not letting me upload shorts anymore. I don't know why. It just doesn't work. I don't know why. It's just so fucking annoying. They did that recent update with YouTube, and it's broken some things. Like, some people can't say some things in chat. Some people can't. I mean, even if they're not even saying a hidden word. Okay, so butterfly dreams. Some people would prefer you to stay a caterpillar. You know, people don't want people can be so nasty. They don't want to see your dreams come true. You know, they'd rather you stay the caterpillar in the cocoon. So hold on to your dreams. What are your dreams? Protect them, because they're your dreams and not somebody else's. Here's that card again about you were sent here to have fun. You were sent here to turn off the lights. I feel like this card's saying get together with friends, you know, and have a movie night or something. Or get together with a friend and have a fun movie night. Maybe watch The Never-Ending Story. That's my favorite movie, and I really feel like that movie explains manifesting and universal laws to the core. This card says, show me the face. Show me your original face, the face you had before you were born. And that's so interesting because you're a party with aliens. Yeah, and it's funny because I'm an AT alien, so... and I usually have movie nights, but YouTube has kind of cracked down on those kind of things. And it's so stupid. Like, I was able to talk them out of a copyright strike I had. But they literally gave me a copyright strike for a movie that's in public domain. Once I had a human review it instead of an AI bot, it got fixed. But Spirit's saying, show me the face you had before you were born. Show me your face, your original face, the face you had before your parents were born. And what is that face? Spirit wants to see the true, authentic you, not the one that is, lost in limiting beliefs and circumstances and thoughts that don't serve them. Because, wherever you go, there you are. All right? Energy follows intention. So how would you know? Because wherever you go, there you are. This is just your rental car. But your soul's always been your soul, whether it was your past life reading, a present reading. Do you see what I'm saying? I feel like that card's really about being your true, authentic self. Who would you be if you didn't have all the limiting beliefs and circumstances that you may have ingrained in you consciously or subconsciously after you were born to your parents? You see what I'm saying? We've been talking about this limiting belief and circumstance things. Like, I just realized something the other night. I have a core limiting belief and circumstance that was stuck in my subconscious that I'm never lucky in love. What if I said that 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, 3 months ago? Well, yeah. Will I say it ever again? No. Not now that I've realized it. But I would have never said something like that about myself, ever. Because I've always been lucky in love. I mean, I have amazing, loving family, parents, friends, dogs, cats, neighbors. Energy follows intentions. Energy goes where your thoughts flow. Thoughts flow where energy goes. So what are your intentions? Look at how the brain has all these thorns, yet beautiful roses bloom from them. It's almost like Spirit is saying, once again, to remember that regarding your intentions, regarding your feelings, regarding what you're flowing with, like, it's almost as if your neighbors kind of suck. Oh, that sucks. So let me ask you, you don't have the kind of neighbors that are like, hey pal, you okay? Need anything? Because that's really what neighbors should be. And that's another thing, is that people are losing the value of being a good neighbor and experiencing a good neighbor, and they're losing the value of friendship and experiencing friendship because they don't know how to be friends, they don't know how to be good neighbors. Plant good seeds, definitely. Body scan. Spirit might be calling upon you to, just check out your health, make sure you're on tip-toppity shape. If you haven't been to a doctor in a while, Spirit's asking you, how are you spiritually? How are you in the little ghost here, in the spirit ghost? How are you emotionally? Okay. Spiritually, emotionally. How are you physically in the butterfly? Look at that. It's like a cool little cosmic oil lamp from the 60s. But Spirit's asking you, how are you doing physically, emotionally, mentally? What's going on with that? And then we've got more aliens. More aliens. There also might be a parasitism. There may be something or someone that it's almost as if it's like a parasite. Like you're stuck, like you get stuck in a parasite of a puzzle of kind of things. It could even be like an unknown kind of twin flame dynamic where emotionally hard times, draining. Well, that's interesting that you say that, because a parasite could just be your inner self. The emotionally hard times, it's like saying, let go of what doesn't serve you. It's like, give no vacancy to that which does not serve you. This looks a lot like my haunted house that I live in. So I feel like it's saying, what are those ghosts in regards to your emotional and hard times, because they're not coming for you. This is just a goblin in your head. You know, what are you doing to comfort yourself during these hard times and these emotionally hard times? Spirit's literally asking you, you know, saying, you know, it's perfectly good timing and enough is a feast. Comfort yourself with what you need to comfort yourself with. You know, even if it's a good old plate of spaghetti. But strangely, it's perfect timing for you to delve into these things in your life. It's strangely perfect timing that you have showed up. Spirit says, you know, once again, give no vacancy to that which does not serve you. Spirit is showing you there's a lot of protection around you. No weapon formed against you shall bring you harm. Divine Mother is protecting you. Spirit says, I'm glad that, you know, I see that you are here, and I'm glad. And I feel like it's so funny. Like, I feel like this is my house, and you come to visit, and all the ghosts are happy about it. My little ghost army. I mean, what other person can say they have a ghost army on YouTube? Maybe Sam and Colby. You carry your weather well, and that makes Spirit very happy. And through that, you've been able to rewrite your history, and you'll be able to rewrite more of your history. Don't worry about the you know, the dumpster fire. They know not what they do to hurt you. Just be cautious of them. And what I mean by them is people from your past, your present, or maybe that you meet in your future that cause this kind of havoc, or have caused this kind of havoc. You are like on the edge of some kind of glory here. Acceptance is the answer. You know, what does the picture look like to you? Is that a glass that's half full or a glass that's half empty? Is this really a picture window? You can crawl out and escape into the wild, free, open, you know, or is it just a painting to you? Spirit's saying, you know, acceptance is the answer. How do things really, really look to you? Because, you know, believe nothing that you hear and only half of what you see. I think that's so interesting that this came up. And it's so interesting how it's got like the whole layers of everything that a glass of milk, yeah. It's got the whole you know, Photoshop look to it. You know, really look into, you know, seeing isn't always believing. File, edit, layer, image filter, 30 degrees, opacity 77%. Maybe these numbers mean something to you. Maybe the number 30 means something to you, or the number 77. Maybe you need to look up those angel numbers. Storm and Fury. And the season of the witch. Storm and Fury. I feel like it's saying, you know, by Halloween time. Ooh, by Halloween time, some things that have caused chaos may pass you by quicker than you might imagine. And without you even really seeing it, the storm and the fury moving on into fall and Halloween. Well, I'm Storm, and you're Fury, because you have this tornado inside of you that's blowing away this house, and I'm trying to tell you, look, just chill out. Because all that emotional discord, it's easy to get swept up in it. It's easy to get swept up in that storm, especially when you can't prepare for it. I feel like it's also telling you to work on your anxiousness, your anxiety. Maybe you feel avoidant sometimes in things. But Spirit did say you carry your weather well over here. And carrying that weather well, I feel you'll be able to let go of a lot of things that don't serve you throughout this spring, throughout this summer. Yeah, I can feel your emotional discord. I was born on Halloween, so the witching out, the season of the witch is definitely going to be some kind of time for you to to celebrate this new version of you that you're working on or creating. To let go of that discord, to let go of the things that don't serve you. It's like you're coming into, it's like you're letting go of your desperation, your quiet desperation, and you're seeing that you're going to be seeing that you really truly can be and do what you want. You don't have to be in that storm and fury. You can just be in the rain and enjoy it. Go dancing in the rain instead of flying away in the rain. Let me make sure this iPad is charging. Okay, yeah, it's charging. May 31st, okay. Right on. I don't think did I pull your power deck card? I did. Here it is. It's Destiny. I just love how the lotus looks like a magnolia, which a magnolia tree is essentially just a lotus tree. Don't worry about it. I'm up all night. Destiny. Number 39. East, yellow. So the direction is east and the color is yellow. Your act of power is the key to your destiny. Your act of power is the key to your destiny. Like a sacred flute player enticing your truth of spirit out into the light of day. Own your power because you are made of power. Hey Vanshika, welcome to the Chammy. An act of power comes from a place of passion within your deepest being. It is an expression of totality of who you are in the world. To find your act of power is to live your dreams. And that's so interesting because that's what like the first card was about, the butterfly dreams. Like, what are your dreams? What do they look like? Are you living your dreams? To find the act of power is to live your dreams. I feel you are finding your own power and destiny in that power. What would you do if you could do anything? Discover what that is and then do it. To find your power is to find your destiny. What is it that you want to do and do it. To find your power is to find your destiny. Flowers. Interesting stuff. So, you've learned a little bit about your past life. I saw you burning at the stake for being Catholic or whatever you were. That was intense. I see you moving through this life into the present with the same, finding the same spiritual balancing for yourself without having to go through so much judgment. Oh my God, I forgot to show you this card too. 1111. So give it to yourself. What do you want to happen in your love story? Where do you want to go? What is your 1111 wish? Sorry about my nails. I was working on the car with Dad last week and my manicure's trashed. But 1111 is it's not only a number that I feel is about the home life, but also about the love life. Spirit's saying to you, coming out of this portal with this hand, I always call this a thing from Adam's family, literally serving it up to you. What do you want this wish to be on 1111? Just make sure that you are understanding the power behind 1111 as well. Look up the angel number 1111. Yeah, serving you your dreams. Yeah, Spirit's literally like serving it up. So don't be afraid of the dreams that you have when you're asleep at night. Pay attention to them also, I feel is what that's saying. Pay attention to them. And what's this cute little thing? Like you got more stars here and the cosmos. And then I have never really been able to understand what this is. Other than it sort of to me looks like a little have you ever watched The Dark Crystal? Those little Muppets in The Dark Crystal that play all the music in it. Like I feel like this is some kind of like key like a instrument or something, and it's like I don't know, like it's almost like I hear that wild music from the Dark Crystal playing when I see this card. Yeah. It's good to know who you are. Some people don't know who they are, who they're going to be when they get to the end of them. But, life is a beautiful experience, and you were sent here to have fun. Just remember that. Like a shroom, yeah. Maybe you're supposed to watch the Dark Crystal and the Never-Ending Story. There are a lot of important special messages in there. Gosh, you know that, I don't know if you've ever watched the Dark Crystal, but you know that, what was her name? Morgatha or something like that? She had one eye. And they plucked that eye from her head because she could see the people with it. Like, that, I've actually been compared to her. Thanks. Yeah, self-awareness can be a curse if you look at it that way. But I like the curse, the self-awareness curse. It's helped me a lot. Yeah, what was her name again? Let me see. Have you ever watched The Dark Crystal? That's right. Her name was Agra. What happened to Agra's eye in the Dark Crystal? When the long-awaited great conjunction was imminent, Agra and Ronit positioned themselves near the crystal, whose blinding light burned one of Agra's eyes. That's right. And the Urskeksis emerged. On the day I gave one eye to see the splendor of the three suns. That's right. She gave her eye away to see the splendor of the three suns. A new joy came into the world. I lay on the mountain above the crystal and saw the three suns move together. It's such a beautiful story. Yeah, I've been compared to Agra from the Dark Crystal. She has three eyes, one of which she can remove and send where she wishes. She is the embodiment of the voice of Thra, inextricably linked to the crystal of truth, the heart of the world. I hate that they took the new one off of Amazon. That was a big mistake. Puppetry is such an important part of art in our world and in our lives, and sadly, True Arts is dying. Makes me sad. Where am I from? Everywhere and nowhere at the same time. I'm from the Greek island of Cyprus. In fact, I had said that earlier, that I felt like I had a deep connection, like I was I feel like I may have been Cleopatra in a past life. And I'm Greek Cypriot, and I feel very deeply that she was also very Greek Cypriot, as she actually comes from the same people that we come from, which are ancient Greeks. You can read about Cleopatra